Hello, my name is Ivan and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, I am going to be showing you some basic things about variables. This is the first episode of my basic scripting tutorial series. Episodes 1 through 5 will be released on Sundays at 6 p.m. every week until January 19th. Unfortunately, the rest of the series will be released every 2 weeks. But anyway, let's get started. So, let's insert a script. Press on the plus button, or you can just do a right click, insert object, and script. Or you can just press on the plus button, search up script, and then click on it, and it'll insert the script. So, how to define variables. You start out with local. The local keyword is the only keyword used for the definitions of variables. And you name your variable. Anything. It could be thing, or variable, or like anything. You can even write swear words if you wanted to, but no. I'll just call it variable. And we'll define the variable. So what's the meaning of the variable? What's the point of the variable? So the definition of this variable is, let's say we insert a part. The definition of the variable is going to be our part. How do we define it? Simply just write workspace dot part. So the part exists in the workspace, and we created a variable for it to define it. So then we can use this variable to make it do something, like change its color, for example. Like its color is right now gray, and we can make its color a different one, like black, blue, gray. Or you can just use the .new function and change its color, like new yellow, which is yellow. But anyway, so that's how you define a part or an object in the workspace, or anything else. You can even put the part in, say, to server storage. Well, the part doesn't exist in workspace, so if we were to run this script by pressing play, it would throw an error saying the part does not exist in the workspace. So it's not a valid object in the workspace because it exists now in the server storage. How do we define it to the server storage? Simply just do game.serverstorage.part, and now it will work because we just defined the variable and the location of the part. Again, you can call your variable anything, so it doesn't have to be called variable. You can call it anything. You can call it part. And make sure you guys don't call your variables the same thing, because imagine if you were to write local part equals, like if we were to insert another part to the workspace.part. The script will get confused because there's the same variable and it does not know what to do because it's confused. There are the same variables. Despite the different definition, the name of the variable is the same anyway. So that's why you just gotta call it. You just have to call it something else, like part 2 at least, or part 3. You know. Just make sure it's not the same. So I'm just going to erase that. Alright. So we have talked about parts. And now we can talk about how to define services. Technically, we have already defined a service. Server storage is a service in the game. Game, the game keyword, and then any of these services or events. Yeah, these are events like server, service added, service removing, but all these other things, they are services. As you can see, there is a lot of those services and a couple of events, which are these lightnings, if you see. Yeah, but anyway, you can also define a service doing it like this: get service, using the get service function. Server storage or any other existing services like server script service or workspace. Yes, workspace is also a service. As you can see over here, it's a service. You can also just say workspace, but I don't know. Other people just do game, get service, and workspace. Or you can just say without the get service function and just say game.workspace. It will work anyway. Sorry if I started, but anyway, so I think you guys have learned a little bit about how to define services. Now let's try to make a variable that will actually do something. So part, let's insert a part over here. Define it as workspace.part. But also, you don't have to keep the script in the workspace or somewhere else. You can also put the script inside the part. And all you have to do is just do script.parent. Yes, it works the same way. Yes, you can do workspace.part. But imagine if you were to have the same name of the object, then the script will get confused and doesn't know what to do. It might do the wrong thing than what you want it to do. So that's why it's just better to call it script.parent. Only if the script is inside the part. The script's parent is the part. Basically, what we just did, we defined the variable, we call it part. The script is this. It's the script object. And the parent is the part over here. Let's just start doing some action with this part. Let's say part dot any of these properties, like the anchor property or can collide, brick color, cast shadow, C-frame, anything, the position, whether it's locked or not. I'll just use color or brick color. So the part's brick color, the part's property is brick color, and in order to change its color to something you want to change it to, we can do brick color, the brick color keyword dot new, and let's say we want to change it to, instead of gray, to yellow, because right now the part is gray, and as you can see, brick color, it is medium stone gray. You can also use this color keyword, which basically it uses either RGB or HSV or HTML. Yeah. So new yellow. In order to change the color using the color keyword, all you have to do is just erase this and use the color property, not brick color, the color property, and then do the color 3, because there are 3 numbers that make color, which we can use RGB. It stands for red, green, and blue. Those 3 colors make a color, and we can do from HSV, from RGB, new or 2HSV, but I will use from RGB, and the color code is going to be, so in order to make it yellow, what you have to do is just red, green, and 0 green. That makes the part yellow. Let's just run it. So it was gray. Now if we test it, it's going to be yellow. And boom, there you go. It changed the color to yellow. As you can see, the brick color is no yellow, and the color code is 255 green, and 0 blue. That makes it yellow. Now, so if we just made a part changes color. Now, if you want to make it wait for some time, like let's make it wait 5 seconds. This is the wait keyword, the wait function. And the wait function uses seconds, not milliseconds or minutes, so this makes just 5 seconds, not 5 minutes. So just remember that yourself, seconds. By the way, this is just a comment. It does not affect anything. All you have to do is just press on those 2 minuses and it will do anything it wants to. It does not cause any error. It's just a comment to make sure, if a scripter is coding something and he's defining variables and he just leaves a comment saying this is the part's parent, this is the script's parent or something like that. Yeah, comments are useful. Trust me, even I use them sometimes when I code something really big to make sure I won't get confused when I read it again or I fix the script. But yeah, so define the variable, which is the part. We wait 5 seconds and then it changes its color, the part's color. Now if we run it again, alright, here we are. 5, 4, 3. Oh wait, it's already did it, but it's because when the screen was loading, the workspace and everything else was already loaded, so at that time it starts counting seconds, not at the time when the loading screen fades away. But still, it works. So yeah, 5 seconds it counted, and then boom, it changed its color. Now to make it easier so you guys won't get confused with those color codes, I know some of you guys may not know what it is, but I'm just gonna simply just use brick color.new, and we'll just make it new yellow. But if you want to, you can change it to red. Red. Really red, yeah. And so in 5 seconds, it'll turn from the gray color to red. Alright, here we are. Boom, there you go. 5 seconds later, it changes its color to red. Now let's try a different property. What if we just want it to be red and as well change its material color? So the material over here, it's plastic right now. We can change to any of these other materials we have. So there's brick, cobblestone, concrete, corroded metal, anything, literally anything you can change. Say we just want to change this material to or let's use enum dot material dot what kind of material can we use? Oh, there's even snow. I didn't even know that. Wow. So what this is in a it's called an enum. It's basically I don't know how to explain to you guys, but You don't have to do this. You can just do snow. That's what I always do. But basically, the enum thing, it's a keyword that holds a storage with the kinds of things it has, like action type, or you could do chat color, or I remember doing this when I was doing the chatbot. Like you can do like anything, like changes axis, bin type. Not the parts axis. I mean, it's like it's for like other things, for like UIs or something like that. You can do any of these things, but in this case we could use just material, so we can change its material to snow. But you don't have to do this whole enum thing. You can just do simply snow. By the way, guys, don't forget to use quotation marks to like name things. To oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to tell you guys that you can also name your parts. You can do part dot name. So in 5 seconds, so it was called part, and then 5 seconds later we can change its name to, let's see, I'm just gonna call it mega part. Just yeah. So 5 seconds before, so its normal form is that its name is part, its color is medium stone gray, its material is plastic. 5 seconds later, after this small code, it changed the part's name to mega part, it changes its brick color to red, and it changes the part's material. So let's run that. And what just happened? Okay, let's see what happened here. Okay, it doesn't show an error, but why didn't it make it transparent? Wait a minute. I think I know what we just did. So okay, think it's probably that it's the material, but another thing is that no, actually no, it's all correct, it's all good. It's probably just the material. Oh, probably the material just does not exist. Let's see, it doesn't have snow. Yeah, it does not, so that means it's probably like for terrain or something like that. But let's see, enum the material dot or you know what, I'm just going to use brick. You can do either this or you can do brick. There, I think now it should work. I think now. Yeah, there you go. 5 seconds later, changes the part name to mega part. Then at the same time it changes the color to red, and at the same time it changes the material to brick color, to brick. So yeah, that's how you make variables. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to make sure you subscribe to my channel and leave a like. If you guys have any questions, you guys can always ask me in the comment section, and I'll try to respond as fast as I can. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.